acid. And so we've got acid magic. And no, I think if you put it in full strength for shells, that's if you're putting like in a pool or something.
Okay. All right. You gonna do it?
Yeah.
All right, here.
All right, you're gonna put it in there? You want
Okay.
you want you got your safety glasses on? Yeah, I
Yep.
got my safety glasses on. Okay, I think that's good because she said when we just close it up and we can use it over and over. All right, so and then I've got over here, I've got the acid magic, and over here I have baking soda and water.
Can they see it?
So yeah. So what I'm going to do is just take a, let's just try
There's two.
this. Oh, there's two there? Okay. Try to put it like this. And they say, you know, the acid magic, we'll look at it bubbling. Is my hand in the way? My hand's probably in the way. Okay. You see that bubbling? Okay, let's move this closer.
That's the base right there to neutralize the acid.
That'll neutralize it. And we didn't get a good look at it before or after. See, it doesn't look like there's that much of a change in that. Let's see what happens. But look at the water, though.
I don't know if they can see it, can they? No,
Oh,
not
they
hardly.
can't?
Your hand's in the way.
Okay, I'll have to figure this out. Julie's probably freaking out that we're not trying that vinegar, too.
We'll do that some next time. You already spent the money on this stuff, so
Okay.
why can't you just put it in there and put it in upside down and then grab it out with a thing? Oh, you know what I mean, like that. Put it in and get your hand out of the way. Show them the bubbles.
Okay, watch. I'm going to show you again, okay? You see the bubbles bubbling in there? Into the neutralizer. Okay, so I mean, I'm not seeing that great shakes on that one, and that's okay. That's gonna go in my bucket with my paper towels. Let's see something like this. Okay, and most of my oyster shells I'm not gonna do because I like the calcification and how it makes like, oops, the wrong one, character. I'll put that one in for a second. Well, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into the neutralizer base. Okay, let's take a look. Now that one, I like that because I wanted to keep a lot of the color and the shading, but there was a little bit of like, because I think this one had been out during the winter and there was a little bit of the algae growth that I've been power washing off of everything. So that one looks nice. Put that in there. Now let's try something really fun. How about something like this? Let's see what happens if we do something like that. Now, we'll do a little part of it at a time, okay? I have a big, full-size king, I think it's a king, Florida king something or other. Okay. Into the neutralizer. Let's let that all go into the neutralizer. And let's take a look at the bottom. See, it's really, probably needs more time. But I think I remember this. Didn't I remember this the last time? And I said, let's try the top, okay? Now, believe it or not, the acid magic, you're supposed to be able to stick your finger in it. That's a shell in there. It's another shell. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here what we got. I don't know. That's it. See, now I remember. I should go back in my other video. But let's see something else. Let's see something. Let's see what happens to something like that. Not really. And this is muriatic acid, right? So let's see. Let's try something like this. Okay? And this has deep purple there. Let's try, see what happens. I'm going to let that go for a little bit. If you're here, you can say hi. There's no odor, I'll tell you. There's no odor. So if a friend's like, oh, I couldn't take the odor. There's absolutely zero odor. I'm outside doing it, but there's absolutely zero odor. Okay, now that brought out some of the color here. And actually, the purple's about the same. And it brought out a little bit more of that color. So, into the book that you go. Okay, let's see. Let's try to get something. Let's see if it does anything on this. This looks like it has like a lot of calcification. So let's put that in there. Put the tongs in here. I'm going to stir up that baking soda. Okay, that cleaned up. That took off. That took off some of that calcification that was on those colors. The inside is nice and white. So that's nice. Okay, put that in there. Let's see what else we can do. What about something like this, which is pretty nice. Probably I wouldn't do anything to it, but let's just see if what it does, right? Now see, I almost think it took away some of that orange. And it's like maybe it brought back at some there, but I almost think it took away some of the orange. Okay. Let's try something like this one. And I'm also going to try something like this one. And something like this one that's orange, it has a little calcification. Whoopsie. Okay, let's Yeah, you know what? I have to tell you, okay, that one came out nice. That orange one came out nice. It just had a little, and didn't take away the orange. Now let's see what we got in here. That was this one. Let's see. So that one, the little bluish orange color. Now this one, I thought it would get rid of that or something, but it didn't. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. You go into the bin. Into the bin. Let's see what else we have we can play with. How about this one? See if that brings out some of that into the purple. I'm gonna give that a little bit of time because it's a lot of calcification on that. See what we got. Well, that cleaned up nice, right? That part over here cleaned up nice. Oh, it brought out the purple much deeper. Look at that. It really brought out the purple, didn't it? Okay. So that worked for the better, that one. See what we have. Maybe some types work better than others. Let's see what happens with something that's very white and calcified. Usually but this is really calcified. So let's see. That in there. That like that. And the next one I'm going to do is this one. And this has an orange in there. So we'll see what happens. We'll get this one out. Okay. Let's see. Look, a little bit of purple was coming out. So I'm going to put him again in a minute, but I'm going to try this one first. So you see the banding and stuff on this. Let's see what happens. That, real nice. I like that. Oh, and it brought out the orange. Real nice. Now, let's see a little bit more. I'm going to put this in a little more. Let's see what happens. And then next we're going to do this oyster. Okay? So, still calcified, and I brought out some more of that. Okay, let's see now. Yeah. Let me try this one, just another little dip. I'll give this one a little dip. I put that one in my bin. It's lined with paper towel. You can put a little mineral oil on them if you want later on, but I'm happy with that. I really like that one. It's my best one that I like so far. So this one did the best so far. If I left it, I could leave it a little more and I think it would become even a little more orange. But I kind of like the calcification because it kind of looks like a clownfish or something. So let's try an oyster that has nice colors, but it has calcification. Usually I like the calcification because it makes interesting definitions and characters. Let's see what happens to this one. Let's see what we got here. So that did a lot to bring out the orange. That was a good dip. A good dip. Sometimes it doesn't seem to make any difference, right, when you do a dip. So let's see which dip we should do next. Let's try this guy. Has a little purple there, it has orange. Let's try a dip there. Let's also try this one. And this one. And this one. And let's see what we got. Okay. On the orange one, we have that. On the other one here, that. And this one. And do I still have one in there? Let's see if I still have. Do I have one in there, guys? I think I do, right? I do. Let's see what that is. That came out nice. Okay, I have to grab some more paper towels. Wait, okay. Hang tight for a second. I'm gonna put something in. Let's see. Want to try? I'll give this a try. Let's see. See, I doubt this is. Get some more paper towels after this. Now, what that did is you'd see it did bring out some color here in the top, a little bit of that brown color, and a little bit of the blue. And I kind of like that the way it is, so that's going in my bin. Let's see, what about an oyster like this? Let's see what happens. Well, look at that. That looked like it took, I'm going to leave that in for a second because it looked like it took out the calcification on the upper and not the lower. Let's see. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Put that later. It's over there, it's right there. Okay, we'll get it. All right, let's try this one that has like a lot of blues and stuff, right? Go in the bin. Actually, I'm gonna leave this one in while I go to get some paper towels so I can put another layer. I'll be right there. I'm gonna leave that one in the bin, this one in the bin, and that one in the bin, okay? And I will be right back. Okay. I'm gonna change my gloves because I don't want to grab anything in my house if I have any acid on my hands. So I'm gonna leave my gloves out here and get a fresh pair. I'll be right there.
Hello, everybody. So now we drink that right there. Hey, look at this bubbling right there. This is the base, and that's acid. If you put acid in the base, though, this will tend to want to neutralize the acid. Maybe Carolyn must have a thing in here. I don't know, but anyway, can you guys see the bubbles in here? Wait a minute.
I had some shells in there.
Oh, the shells in where?
In the acid.
Oh, in the acid. Okay, 'cause I see the base is also, see, baking soda is actually a basic, and this is acidic. So they'll tend to, they'll tend to neutralize each other, but depends on the molarity. I think it'll take a lot of that to neutralize acid. I mean, sodium hydroxide is the base that will neutralize if you put 1 to 1.
There was one shell in particular I was trying to do. It was
So-
this big Florida conch. I think it's in that wagon, but I can't do it now. I'll just have to cover my acid and do it another
Okay,
time.
but anyway, there's that. This is bubbling too.
I know. I'm gonna get it now. I'm gonna put it on my gloves.
Okay.
It's hard. My hands are wet. So
All right. Why don't I just bring a pack of paper towels out here?
okay.
All right.
I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm just gonna put these over here. There. We're good. Okay, everybody. Sorry about that. Let's see what happened over here. Okay, this one, do you guys remember what this was like? I think it was white, so I think it brought out more colors. That goes in my bin. That that cleaned up nice. Look in the inside. That's nice in the bin. And oh no, this is a good lesson. Look, now that's a wind chime piece. Now see that? See how that acid ate right through there? But that's okay. That we always repurpose. We repurpose everything. Okay. So now, did we get everything out? Yes. All right. Let's see now what we could do. This is heavily calcified. Let's see how this goes. So our acid's still working, right? I was worried that maybe. And I'm going to pop this one in and see what this is like. I see the colors pop in on that one. I'm going to put him in that, and I'm going to try to get my other one out of here. I'll pop him in. This brought out a lot more of the orange. I'm going to pop him in another time, just while I get this guy out. That brought out some of the more orange and blue, but it's still calcified. Let's see how this guy, see if we can uncover. Now these shells, you be careful that you get everything emptied out. Rinse them again if you want, okay? So we got some more color out of that one. Into the bin he goes. Okay, let's see now. See if there's anything. Let's see what this, Jerry. That'll be a half and half because the top half didn't really get in there, so we can give it a dip on that side. Put out a little more definition, a little more of the white color. Actually, the color variations look nice. Now, let's see. Over there. Okay, let's see something like this. It's totally white, has a little purple there. It's orange, but we're gonna let it stay in there for a little bit. We're gonna take this one, pop that in. That brought out a lot. Now, you see how it's calcified there? I'm going to put it back in just on that side. See if we can get rid of any of that. Right there, see that? Let's see if we can. A little bit there. Now let's get our guy out of here. That made a lot of nice orange color. I'm gonna put the tongs in the baking soda. I'm gonna put these guys in the bin. Okay, now let's see. Got a dip like this of a little guy. Let's see what happens. He's gonna have to be fast, right? We can't leave him in there. We're not gonna leave him in. We're just gonna hold him in. Bring him out for a second. Put him here for a minute. That. And that one came out nice. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy over here because he's too small for the bin. Put these guys over here. So let's see what happens on a clam like this one that's almost white. I think some people like white shells. Let's see what happens to that guy. Leave him in there for just about a minute. And then next we're gonna do this heavily calcified one. So what I'm gonna do, where'd you go? Where did you go, mister? Okay, so this one, just cleaned it up a little, brought out a little bit of a beige. Now let's see. That heavily calcified guy there. I'm going to put these in here while I put this guy in the bin. I do like the colors. I do like this. I do like it because it's still like the whites, the beige, but it brought out a little more definition. So let's see. This guy still has a lot here, but it brought out a little bit of, let's take that. Those will probably be decoupage anyway and painted, so I know that's why I don't get too crazy with the acid. But let's see what the acid does to this one, since it's done such a nice job so far, mostly on the clams. We're gonna leave that one in there. This one's too delicate. I wouldn't do this one. It's got a beautiful orange color on it, so I'm just gonna let that dry naturally. I'm gonna try this one next. I think it's a glaze. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So it brought out some color there. Brought out a little color there. A little bit. Okay. Let's try this guy. Well, I put this one over there in the bins. Sounds like the Goodwill, right? Even though I've never been there, but I hear everybody talk about them. Okay. That brought out some color inside and out. We're also going to try and experiment with like 30% vinegar, but right now I'm just going to try some of this. Now let's see. What should we do next? How about we'll try a quick dip on this, okay? That's okay, that's just baking soda and water, it's fine. It's neutralized. Okay, a little bit, I like the definition on this anyway. Let's see, there was something different I saw. Okay, there's like a whitish cockle. We're gonna try this next. Sorry. You in the bin. Okay, and we'll try you next. There's this really big Florida, beautiful conch. I don't know whether it's called the King. I forget the name of it right off the bat of my head. Why do I feel like I felt a shell in there? Okay, so that I do like. That kind of, I thought it was all white and it wasn't going to make any difference. It kind of very subtly brought out colors. I do like that. I do like that a lot. Okay, so let's see. That one I like a lot. All right. So I guess after a while you know like which ones the acid magic is going to work its magic on and other ones. Let's try this. And that one orange one, I actually like it took color away. I want to see what it's going to do to that one. And see, here's a beautiful orange. Might give that a teeny dip. And this one has a calcium. We're going to try that one. Okay. Is that my beautiful eagle? Okay, so that brought out a little orange. Right there. Brought out a little color. All right, let me put you in the bin. In the bin. Okay. Next, I want to see, where's this one. Okay, and I'm going to hold on to this little guy because, well, I'm going to hold on to him, but I'm going to rub him around a little bit in there. Okay, so that brought out a little color and got rid of a little bit of the calcification. Okay, so let's see what it does on this one. So that did bring out some like light color there. Okay, in the bin. All right, we're gonna see what it does on this one, right? Let's see. That did bring out colors inside and out. Okay, we got some colors there. Now, let's see what it does to something like that, and something like that. Okay, that brought out some nice colors in the bin. And that cleaned it up a little bit. Let me get the last guy out. As soon as I make sure he's okay. Okay, so this one, you know, these are like, this one's I would probably paint anyway. And this one, got some color. And when they dry, put a little mineral oil, they look different too. And depending on what kind of project, some people, you're gonna use them for, right? So let's see what else we have. This is kind of calcified. That in there. And I think I'd like to try to do this and see what. This brought out a nice blue color, a very nice blue color inside. And it cleaned up some of that black and it brought up some blue over there. So that turned out nice. Let's see what it does for something like this, right? Okay. When those are all dry, I'll take a picture of them on the we had such a thunder and lightning storm this morning. Cleaned out a little bit. Brought out some color in the back, in the bin. Let's see. See what it does to one of these. These are very delicate, so we're just gonna swish it around, but I can see the brought out some of the oranges. Even started to bring back some of the spots. Oh, these stupid little bugs, get out of here. Maybugs. Let's see what this does. All right, so let's try, just try to experiment. We're just gonna dip the end of this just to see. It didn't really do much to that. That already had a nice orange color. Okay, put that back in there. Let's see. See, it's these groups that I've been on, but I'm running into the same thing that my shells are nice the way they are, and if they're not like, I'm gonna decoupage or paint that, and then if I want to, if I really do like, let's see. Here's a beautiful orange. Let's see what's gonna happen there. Okay, that one didn't dull that. Brought it out a little bit through the back, so that's nice. So let's try a couple of other oranges. Let's try this one. I've cleaned it up a little bit. What is that? I've never heard that sound ever. Sounds like a cuckoo bird. Cuckoo bird. It's a real cuckoo clock outside. Okay, let's try this beautiful one. This is really nice colors. But let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to really stir it around that baking soda. Make sure we neutralize that. That was pretty, and it still is pretty. Okay, so here's an orange. It's a little calcified. So let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And give it a dip. And swish it around again. And I'm sorry, the sun is glaring on my phone, so I can't see anybody in chat. But I appreciate you being here. There's that. I'm always trying to bring you content, not sitting around talking about people. I'm bringing you content. I'm constantly, that's how this channel was built. And it's quite frankly why I have a lot of people that are very jealous of it and have tried to hurt me in many ways, but we don't let the hate get to us. We know God will take care of it. We keep doing our thing, and that's what we're always doing, moving forward, one foot in front of the other, doing our thing. Anybody that believes lies and horrible things, okay. That's on them. I'm secure in who I am. Look at that. That's beautiful. Nice orange in there. Beautiful. Very nice. Okay. Let us, oh, what is that Evie says? Her head's made of lettuce, but that don't upset us. Isn't that what she sings? She's got hair like lettuce, but that don't upset us. That's what she sings. It's getting so hot out here. I've got to finish power wash and go down to the other house and power wash. Get ready for Ethan's graduation. We have a baccalaureate. And, oh, that's pretty. That brought out, oh, that, I like that. I'm going to do a couple more of these oranges because these seem to be coming out real super nice. What's that over here? They're like lettuce, put that down, upset us. Get over there. Okay. Let's see, where's my oranges? Let's try this one. See what this one looks like when we dip this one. Into the bin we go. With the whiter in. Okay. Oh, I see what I want to do. Into the bin. You're done with your bath. Okay, let's see here. How about this guy, Quick Dippy? He's a wind chime one anyway, but the orange came out brighter. I want to make sure he's completely dipped. And I want to see these, because these are like lighter oranges. I want to see how these are going to go. Put that one in. That one in. Very nice. And very nice. So brought out nice colors on those. Let's see what we have here. Oh, let's try a brown. Here's a couple. Here's like a brownish one, a little calcified. Here's a brownish one, a little calcified. Here's a brownish one, a little calcified. And here's an orange one. Let's see. Let's check out some of these guys. Oh, Mr. Dragonfly, how are ya? Thanks for the visit. Thanks for the sign. Look at that. That's nice, okay. And take this whitish one. It's got a little bit of an orange. Here, like lettuce, potato, upset. Okay, that brought out some orange. Just want to make sure that's dipped well, inside and out. I'm going to put you over there because you're going to go in the bin in a minute. These for a wind chime with the little holes in them, but a nice orange color now. Okay, you go over there. Let's see. We've got that guy. We've got this one. I can see colors underneath. Let's see what happens. I'm going to pop you in for a minute. I'm going to pop this one in for a minute. I think I got the second one out first. I did, and that's got a heart-shaped little hole, and that's for a wind chime, so that looks nice. Okay, and this one, they did bring out a little more colors under here, so that's nice. Okay. All right, let's look at, let's check this one. This should bring out some nice oranges and blues, I think. Hair like lettuce, but that don't upset us. Oh, I see some colors coming out. Okay, so that brought out colors. All right. Let's check out this one. It's got some colors hanging under that, hiding, not hanging. Oh, I hope Rosemarie's not having prayer group today. I don't think John said anything. What time is it? Oh my goodness. Linda, if somebody's listening to me, I can't see the screen. Does anybody know what time it is? Does anybody really care? I don't know. I hope that Rosemarie, I love Rosemarie's prayer group. Don't worry, I'm going to neutralize my wood when I'm done and put the baking soda on it. Okay, so we got that one. It's like getting shells in a barrel. Okay, so that one brought out some colors. Let's see. And then I have this brown one. Let's put that in. So that came out nice. And that's our brown one. That cleaned up nice. Okay, let's see what else we have here. I'm gonna pop this oyster in. See what happens to this oyster. Hey, Mr. Birdie. Okay, so it brought out a little more orange, and I made that purple on the inside really pop. Okay, let's see what it does to this, which has grays, whites, and oranges. That in there. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Oh, wow. Okay, so that brought out more oranges in that, but it still left what I like these for the different colors and the variations. Okay. It's really not going to work too well there because it size of that. That's why I wanted this to check. Let's check this guy who's orange and's got some calcifications. This is a wind chime piece. Put it in there. I'm also going to do this one. I'm going to put him in there. Try to get the other one out. Okay, that brought out the oranges nice. And this one cleaned up some of the calcification. Okay. You go in there, you guys. I gotta put these guys in the bin that I haven't been putting in the bin, so I know that they've been binned. Okay. Let's see what happens if we take this right here. I might have brought out a little orange, but these are going into a tree, a big tree. These swirlies that are like that, so they have a purpose, and it doesn't really matter what they're like. So they're going to be painted or left natural. Let's try. This is a wind chime piece. This is not. I have a lot of whole cockles like this, but this is a wind chime piece. So let's see what happens if we put this in. So what did it do? It brought out some oranges and blues. Okay, you go over there. All right, let's see. Do a couple more of these. These are some calcified ones. Let's see. This beautiful white one. Let's just see what happens, because that other white one that we put in that I didn't think there'd be a big change came out really nice. Yeah, that did. It brought out a pink and a blue. That brought out a nice little subtle change, right? Okay, so let's try this one. These are like, I have one of these that I pick up all the time that are not calcified at all, and they have nice grays and oranges, and they're calico kind of. See, that brought out nice calico there. Okay. Get over there. How about, try this brown one. Okay. That brought out color. Let's see. This one's pretty calcified there, so let's see what this looks like. Okay, that brought out a lot of the blue there, right? That's an orange in the back. Okay, you go over there. Let's see. Let's do this guy. Let's get some browns and oranges. See what happens to him in there. Stupid mosquitoes. They're these tiny little mayflies are driving me crazy. Driving me crazy. Try to get them off. Let's try this one real fast and see if it does. I think the other one is not really going to take that white off. It's going to make the orange a little brighter. I don't think we're going to get him out of there. There we go. Now he's in this one. Where'd you go? Oh boy. I think we lost him. Okay, we'll find him in a little bit, I guess. He's in the neutralizer. He'll be fine. He's just too small. Okay, this one is like blackish. Let's see. That just makes that black shinier and okay, that almost made it like a blue, right? So that's nice. That's nice. Okay. Here we have another little one. I'm holding on to this one. Okay, so that brought out some blues and oranges. Still trying to find that other shell. Not finding it. It's kind of like that with the, see, it keeps the white, but it brings out the orange. That's what it does on those. Okay, let's try this one. Put out some colors, okay. Let's try this other guy, this Mako Calico. I'm sweating so bad. My face, oh my gosh. Okay, that brought out some calico. This guy is pretty calcified. Let's see what it's like. A little color. Okay, here's another calico. That turned out nice. That turned out nice. Let's try this. Uh-oh. Oh, I lost another one in the abyss. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. Let's see. Let's try this white. Okay, that cleaned up nice. And try this grayish blue. Well, that looks nice. Okay, let's see. A couple more. Here's an orange. Here's a white with undertones. Here's a dark with undertones. Let's see. It's a blue or black. I never know which ones they're going to be more in the blue family or the. Let's see. It's definitely orange. That turned out nice. Okay, that color pop a little bit, and they change when they dry. So let's try one of these blue. I think this is blue. Okay. And let's try this whitish with some undertones. See what happens. Whoopsie. He fell in the neutralizer first. Oh boy, now don't tell me I'm not going to find you. Oh, I found the other one. Look. He found his buddy. No shell left behind. Here's the brown one. After all that time, he's been in the neutralizer. I knew we'd find him sooner or later. Thank you, Mr. Shell. Okay, so that brought out some colors. You see the oranges, the blues. All right. Let's see what else. This is brown, looks like. Put that in there. And this looks like oranges and blues and brown. So let's see we're going to get there. And this one, that there, and this one. And let's see. We'll give them a swish, and we'll start taking them out. I think that was the white one with the undertones. That came out nice. Brought out a lot of let's get this one out. That brought out exactly what I said. That was the oranges and the blues. Take these both out at the same time. Give them a swish around. They want to go back in. Okay, this one wants to come out first. So that was the browns. Nice. And there we go. That was good. Let's see if we can do some of that again. Here's 1, 2. Okay, so here's a white. I just got sand on that. Here's a white with orange undertones. Here's like a whitish beige. And here's this one. Let's see if we can put these all together. Give them a little swish. Okay. Oranges. I want to bring a little color to those. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We've got another, just like the calico kind, I think. See what happens. I want to put him in there. This one we're going to be real careful. This is a delicate clam. I'm going to see what happens to that one. I'm going to be super careful. Okay, so that brought out some more of the blues and browns. Let's try this one. Super careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I saw purple coming out right away. You see that? Okay. See some oranges and blues, and I see that purple coming out inside. So that would the clams are really having the most. And say, here's a white one, watch, and you'll get these subtle colors, these blues, these pinks. Let's try this one too. This very deep orange that has a little calcification. I'm gonna put him in and take him out. See? I'm getting to know it's gonna have blues and pinks and they're very subtle. And that just deepened up the orange nice there. Okay. Let's see. Do a few more. Let's try this one. Put him in there. I'm also going to try this one because I see oranges and blues. And I'm also going to try these two. Okay, so that brought out the oranges a little more. Let's see what we got in there. Okay, that brought out some purples and that one brought out some colors too, purples and browns and blues. And let's see, we got somebody in here. Brought out a lot of blues, the blues. Okay, let's see with this guy. I can see the blues undertones here on this one. Let's see if I'm right on that. And how about this one? I see some orange undertones. And how about this oyster? Just two-tone, which I like, and I don't want to get rid of that, so I'm just hoping it's going to enhance the colors. So let's this one first. That enhanced the colors. Let's get this one next. Okay. And let's get this one. My oysters are pretty good. I just like them kind of the way they are. Let's see. A few more littles. Let's see. What we got here? How about this guy? Let's see what he's like. So that kind of cleaned him up a little bit. Okay. Ah, get over there. So I'll put a little neutralizer right there, but it's okay. All right, let's see. So blues and golds. So what I'm going to do is put these guys all in there. Oh, look at that tiny baby oyster. Isn't that beautiful? I don't want to put that in there. That deepened the color of that one, yeah. Come on. Come on, baby. Nice. And there's one more in there, right? Uh-huh. So those came out nice. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. This one, he's like, put him in there. This little guy in here and see. There we go. Okay. So like this, so I wouldn't want to take a chance of putting this one in. It's got such a beautiful purple color as they are. That's what I mean. There's very few that I really have to feel like I want to do this. But I'm going to put these in the bin for a second while I'm. All right. That brought out oranges and blues. Okay. I think I'm going to. I'll do this one real quick. Okay. All right. I am going to, guys, recap my acid. Put the cap on my acid. Okay. And I've got my neutralizer here. I'm going to put a cap on that. And going to move these out of the way. Because these are my wood slabs that I clean shells on. You know how people clean fish and stuff? These are my wood slabs for shelling. So I'm going to put this over here. And I have a Hubbalicious that is going to come and take care of this for me because I'm blessed like that. I'm blessed like that. So he will come and take care of this. And I'm going to go take my gloves off. And I'll be right there. Jimmy, darling, tell me what I do out here.
Just turn the whole hose on and pin it down over there.
Not attach the power washer?
No.
All right, guys, I'm going to just sprinkle today all over my work surface. Finish that, then we'll rinse everything down. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.